Yes, P7 candidates set for start of PLE tomorrow morning, while Deputy Speaker Thomas Taiwa not happy with the slow works at the renovation of the Katonga Bridge along Masaka Road. That and more is what we have for you in this evening's news tonight. My name is Micheal Lukomwa, coming along with the lady herself, Elizabeth Nakakoni. Let's just go straight away to what we have for you this evening. Government has signed an agreement with Veto to exclusively have the rights for supply of all petroleum products, and the Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabiro, has told the Committee of Parliament on Environment and Natural Resources that all is set and the agreement is already signed.
From the beginning up to the end.
Before Parliament was sent on recess a fortnight ago, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Taiwa, had referred the Petroleum Amendment Bill 2023 for scrutiny to the respective Committee on Environment and Natural Resources. The Line Committee made its first interface today with the stakeholders of Mahadi Infra Uganda that owns Lake Victoria Logistics Limited, a shipping company that holds fuel on Lake Victoria from Kisumu in Kenya.
We do consultation with the Mahati, which is also called Lake Victoria Logistics Limited, a company that is engaged in transportation of petroleum products from Kisumu through Lake Victoria.
Mahadi will work with anybody who will provide or who will work towards ensuring that this facility is maximally and optimally utilized.
The chairperson of the committee, Dr. Emmanuel Otala, said the findings from Mahadi Infra Uganda are encouraging given the barrels of oil they haul from Kisumu in Kenya via Lake Victoria using Kabaka Mutebi II shipping vessel on a daily basis.
We have so far built 2 barges that can carry, a barge is a ship that can carry 4.5 million liters of petroleum products from Kisumu through Lake Victoria.
However, the committee appealed to the stakeholders of the shipping company to focus on using all the ships they build on oil transportation to reduce traffic congestion on Jinja-Kampala Highway and related challenges like road accidents and wear and tear of the road.
This mode of transport, which is water transport, would go a long way in cutting down on congestion along our roads, but also there are problems with the road transport that it damages our roads.
Captain Mike Mukula, the chairperson of the board of directors of Mahadi Infra Uganda, said they have transported oil more than 40 times, estimated to be 70 million liters, using this vessel from Kisumu via Lake Victoria to Entebbe.
This barge can carry up to 4.5 million liters, and in a month about 45 million liters. The second barge will be pushed into the lake very soon.
The fuel capacity of this vessel, according to experts, is 4 million liters per round of transportation, which can help to reduce on the fuel prices due to the cheap mode of transport used.
The Uganda National Examinations Board has warned people who have opened up WhatsApp group accounts to share what they purport to be primary living examination papers that the board is aware and is following them up. The Executive Director, Uganda National Examinations Board, Dan Odongo, told a media briefing to commission the start of PLE and USCE that any person involved in examination malpractice flouts provisions of the UNEB Act of 2021.
Uganda National Examinations Board is set to conduct the second set of examinations this year, primary living examinations, which start on Wednesday 8th November and ends 9th November, while Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education examinations will start on 13th November and end 1st December. At least 749,347 candidates will write primary 7 examinations from 14,442 examination centers. 2,580 candidates are of special needs.
A candidate who arrives 15 minutes after the start of the examination will not be allowed into the examination, irrespective of the reasons that they have given.
While 110,569 candidates registered to sit USCE examinations from 2,103 centers, there was an increase in candidature of 11.4% at A level. UNEB field conduct of PLE will be handled by 139 district monitors, 11,758 scouts, 10,664 chief invigilators and 30,059 invigilators, plus security personnel who have been deployed to support the exercise countrywide.
It is not going to be business as usual because Section 26, subsection 1G, now criminalizes that. It says if you are posted at a center as a scout, as an invigilator, and you do not prevent an examination malpractice from happening, and this examination malpractice is proven, then you are also liable, and if you are convicted, you may be put away for 5 years.
UNEB Executive Director said the board is following up on people who have opened up WhatsApp groups to share what they claim to be PLE question papers.
That has been calling itself Directors Group Stroke Beans. That's the name they were using after reading what happened to some of their colleagues. They have not given up, but they have changed their names. Their social media group is now called Board of Governors, and there are 358 members. I want to remind them that if they are arrested, the fines are quite stiff.
UNEB calls upon district leaders to cooperate. Odong cautions head teachers that it is criminal offence under Section 30 of the UNEB Act 2021 to disrupt examinations by removing candidates on basis of fees balance.
The details of those candidates whom they have allowed to sit examinations without completing their fees. And at the time when results are being released, the board will withhold or will block the results of such persons. They will not be accessible either through the social media, which we have been using, or any other means until the defaulting candidate has made good.
Odong warns against defrauding government as schools register private candidates under the Universal Education Program and collect examination fees. Amna Farida and Sana Anet in Kampala.
State Minister for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaduchu, has made a maiden visit to Uganda Road and Nakasero primary schools. Preparations for P7 candidates to sit for final exams are complete, and both government-aided and private school candidates are ready.
All candidate primary schools all over the country are ready for the final examinations starting Wednesday 8th.
They may be in position to put the right answers on paper when the time comes.
Despite the heavy morning downpour, the exercise commenced with a briefing today. UBC TV visited numerous schools in Kampala metropolitan area to assess preparedness. At Buganda Road Primary School, the Minister of State for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaduchu, addressed the P7 class. Dr. Kaduchu reminded the candidates to remain calm, as what awaits for them in the question papers is similar to what they have been told.
I'm wishing you a success. I want you to believe in yourself. You must believe that whatever you have read is enough to take you to your destiny.
The school's head teacher, Sandra Nabukenya, confirmed their readiness for the examinations.
Our best, we have taught them, we have completed the syllabus, we have really done our best.
At Nakasero Primary School, Minister Kaduchu also talked to the candidates.
Yes. Should I stay with you? Yes! Don't wait. Remember, Micheal.
Dr. Kaduchu urged the candidates to desist from examination irregularities and malpractices.
Please don't cheat. Nobody should deceive you. Cheating is not allowed.
The school's deputy headmaster, Richard Abura, And P7 class mathematics teacher Charles Walusimbi said all is set for the final examinations.
This year we have a total of 244 candidates. The teachers have done their part. The parents equally have done their part. And we are ready to go. We are ready to go. We are set.
Very much aware that these children have been given enough and they are confident enough. They have been subjected to many papers for practice. Ever since we started the third term, we have been trying to give them papers for practice and showing them the tricks.
Nakasero Primary School candidates promised better grades.
I think that the head teacher has given us the briefing, and I know that I'm going to pass because of what he has done and what he has told us, and I believe I'm going to get a first grade.
With the briefing that I've had, I know that I'm very well prepared for the exams, and I know that when the results come back, I will have obtained the first grade with brilliant success.
Meanwhile, Reverend Father Frank Mutabi asked the candidates to be firm and bear hope while writing their examinations. Father Mutabi's message was delivered at a special prayer service dedicated to P7 candidates of St. Marcelino Academy, Matuga.
You can make it. You know, we've been blessing our candidates, so we've been blessing them, and for them they were just admiring. Now, oh Father, for us we can't make it. I told them you can make it.
The school's head teacher Robert Semakula reminded the pupils to utilize the ideas instilled in them.
Ebibuuzo bisoboka byebyo bye tuzenga tubasomesa bulijjo. Ekyokubiri tubagambye obutabeera na excitement babeere bakakkamu. Ekyokusatu tubagambye bwe bamala ebibuuzo ate eno ntandikwa y'olugendo lwabwe oluddako olw'okusoma.
Therefore want to pledge before everyone here that we are going to stage a performance that has never been staged in the past years.
Father Mutabi also consecrated the sacrament of confirmation to over 103 pupils. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
We wish all the P7 candidates success as they go in for their exams tomorrow. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has questioned the delayed completion of Busega-Mpigi Expressway. Tayebwa, who initiated the countrywide tour of various government projects, said that the 540 bill project could get wasted. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament is disappointed by slow progress of the Busega-Mpigi Expressway, which has stalled for 5 years. The project was contracted to China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, accompanied by the Parliamentary Committee on Infrastructure, visited the ongoing construction works of Busega-Mpigi Express Highway. During the last session of Parliament, before recess, Tayebwa promised to join the MPs in establishing value for money. Tayebwa and the MPs visited Busega-Mpigi Expressway, where the Deputy Speaker was part of the then Infrastructure Committee, which cleared the 540 billion loan for the road construction.
Because we were told in 2016 that it's going to reduce the time from Busega to Mpigi to only 18 minutes. Now you cannot determine the time you're going to take when you're on that road. You can take 6 hours, you can take 1 hour. I've ever taken around 6 hours on that road.
The appearance did not appease the visitors after the progress could not be justified.
There has to be drainage system, but it's not yet implemented because they are still working. So the more they delay, the more effects to the general public, to the people around the area.
You know, the Kampala-Kasese line also passes here. And also Ugandans had built a lot on the dry ground. So passing an expressway there was going to affect those settlements and the line. So we shifted onto the edge of the swamp. Where we are standing actually is on the edge of the swamp.
Tayebwa questioned the change of design, which initially was meant to connect from Chibuye, Busega to Mpigi.
And we are saying no. If you have not made any progress on Chibuye Busega, then you must see a way to make this road meaningful, to serve the purpose for which we are told. So we are requesting UNRA to go back and engage with the Minister of Works and Finance, and we shall also come in, so that the part of linking this road to Kampala Entebbe and the Northern Bypass is included now.
The project is co-funded with support from the African Development Bank and African Development Fund and was contracted to China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation in a joint venture with China Railway, 19th Bureau Group, Uganda Limited. The team also inspected the new Katonga Bridge project, which construction works is expected to be completed in 1.5 years.
The new bridge will be higher, and we shall, I think that's what you're calling a flyover. It's not a flyover. A flyover, there should be somebody flying down. But this one, we shall be raised. The bridge will be raised. Actually, the whole swamp. Because when it's raised here, say at this level, you have to take the whole level.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gwitabinji, UBC News.
The Office of the Prime Minister, through Ministry of Luweero Rwenzori Triangle, has constructed a house for the families of civilian veterans in Nakaseke and Wakiso. Some of the beneficiaries are Sam Lutamaguzi, son to the late Lutamaguzi in Nakaseke, who was killed in 1981, and widow to the late Luanyaga in Masulita, still in Wakiso. Each structure cost 177 million shillings. Commissioning the houses, State Minister for Luweero Rwenzori Alice Kaboyo advised the beneficiaries to maintain the houses and keep them in good shape.
The residential has a kitchen and water tank of 500 litres to ease access to water. State Minister for Luweero Rwenzori Triangle Alice Kaboyo commissioned the house. Sam Lutamaguzi, the son to let Lutamaguzi, appreciated government for remembering them.
Babatusanga twasulako mutundubaali ne batusuzaako mu mbeera yonna naye neebaza gavumenti kyenkoledde neebaliza ddala.
I want to request this family, especially the head of the family, to make sure that this property is well made.
The RDC in Nakaseke, Rosemary Biawashaija, says the challenge of people fake to be veterans have led the money for Kasimo to be halted.
The anomalies we found there, the president put it on hold so that the list can be cleaned. But today, as I talk, through the minister, I've been informed that that list was scrutinized and now it is ready for payment. I just want to appeal to our veterans, let them be patient until such a time when they'll be paid.
In other related news, Minister also handed over house to the widow of late Ranyaga, Beneventola Luanyaga in Masulita, Wakiso district, and advised the family to be part in government programs like PDM.
Poverty, you can see poverty around, and yet they have very fertile land. So I am encouraging them to farm for food, for home consumption, but also take advantage of the community, many people around to sell food.
Brigadier General Jacob Asimu and RDC Wakiso Justin Babazi warned veterans about politicians that want to divert them and rumors that President Museveni forgot about people that hosted him during the NRA war.
There was also a program for all the veterans called Kasimo. Each veteran was getting some money to keep them moving. But now we are getting on the program for the veterans like the one we have commissioned here now. We are focusing so far on 28 houses, and then after that we shall continue.
So as far as government programs are concerned, for example, we have parish development model, we have a Myoga program, they are still ongoing. So I want to call upon every Ugandan, every resident of this area to get involved into government programs, because in every parish, each household is supposed to get 1 million shillings. So we are starting barazas to make sure, one, to monitor whether the beneficiaries got this money.
Engineer Brian Bohande from NEC Construction Works says these houses have a durability of more than 50 years.
I would still request them that they shouldn't look again to government when it comes to maintenance. It's a very robust building. I can give it a guarantee of more than 50 years, but its maintenance must be looked into.
The veterans' residential houses cost 177 million shillings each and is funded by Office of the Prime Minister. Andrew Sebida compiled the story.
Democratic Party youth leader Kiria Ismail has clarified that the DP is not part of the Grand Clarion Call event of the Uganda Youth Democrats alumni that is scheduled to take place on the 8th of November in Kampala. This event is spearheaded by Lubega Mukaku, Mike Mabike and Baiga Lulume, who are members of the Democratic Party. The president of the Young Democrats told a press conference in Kampala that the Chambogo 8th November activity is to celebrate the victory of their candidate, Honorable Mwebesa Regan, who won the Chambogo University Guild presidency. The DPE warns the public, stakeholders and supporters to refrain from joining that UID alumni organizers.
It has come to our attention that there are some people under a formation dubbed the Union of UID Alumni that is going to UID chapters, to tertiary institutions, and also reaching out to many DP members in the community, inviting them for the Grand Clarion Call event. This is to inform Democratic Party and its youth league, the Uganda Young Democrats, are not in any way associated with the Grand Clarion Call event organized by the Union of the UID Alumni. The invitations bears an adulterated UID logo, and invited persons are asked to respond to the UUA National Convener Group with the contact information of Luega S. Mukaku, Honorable Mike Mabike, and Honorable Baiga Lulume. Mr. Luega S. W. Mukaku and Honorable Mabike Maiko are not members of the Democratic Party or UID. Furthermore, whereas Honorable Lulume M. Baiga is a member of DP, he is not a UID member and has not been authorized to represent the party in an entity. We are now calling upon members of the general public that the people who are trying to represent the Democratic Party in that so-called alumni of the UID, they are not, some of them are not members of the party. In the last national election, we all know very well that actually some of them went and asked for the party ticket of NUP. They were denied and they went independent. Others went on SDP ticket. So at the moment, UID is part and parcel of the Democratic Party. Anything which is organized in the name of UID, the Democratic Party has to be in the lead. So, us as the National Secretariat, we are not aware of any organizations called the alumni of UID. Our main activity as the Democratic Party is in Chambogo, where we are celebrating the victory of our candidate, Honorable Mwebesa Regan, who won the Guild presidency of Chambogo University.
The Archbishop Kampala Archdiocese, the Most Reverend Paul Semogerere, has challenged government to double the effort in the fight against corruption and violations of human rights in the country. Archbishop Semogerere was hosting the NRM Secretary General Richard Todwong at Lubaga Cathedral in Kampala.
Richard Todwong has paid a courtesy call to Kampala Archbishop Right Reverend Paul Semogerere at Lubaga Cathedral in Kampala. Todwong, who was at the cathedral on the invitation of the Archbishop for Kampala, Right Reverend Paul Semogerere, was received by the Lubaga Division City Commissioner Herbert Anderson Bulora. Todwong and the bishop then went for a closed-door meeting.
It's a very rare moment, but it's a very good initiative from his side that he came to see me, first of all, as a religious leader. Happens to be a Catholic, so we have had the sharing about our faith. I've offered blessings, God to him, and we have had very good interaction together.
After the closed-door meeting with the NRM Secretary General, Todong later briefed the media.
Like we've always been saying, the church, the religion, the cultural institutions and government should work together to uplift the quality of life of our people. And so the church is open to guide us leaders in terms of how we can attend to the vulnerable people, members of the community. We have also brought in greetings from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
He further reveals that the church is concerned about the high levels of poverty, corruption and issues of human rights abuse.
We shall always be truthful in our service. Archbishop talked against corruption, talked against violence, talked against all sorts of vices that the community will face. And of course, some of these things we explained to him that there are issues that concerns governance and governing the people. One or two things might not be right. So,
Todong, who was in company of Herbert Anderson Bulola, the City Commissioner for Lubaga Division, says such engagements are healthy.
That yes, there might be things that are not going on well, but it would be proven that those things are addressed to the rightful person, other than hearing the message on the phone. We have not given someone an opportunity to know, or even to correct, or even give an explanation.
Robert Onyango, UBC News.
The NRM Secretariat has contributed 30 million Uganda shillings to support the execution and preparations of the Busoga royal wedding. Led by the party's Secretary General Richard Todwang, Director for NRM Mobilization Rose Seninde, and Treasurer Nekesa Oundo, they were received by the Katukiro of Busoga, Joseph Muvawala.
Secretariat has added its support to the forthcoming Busoga royal wedding by contributing 30 million shillings. A team of NRM Secretariat officials, led by the Party Secretary General Richard Todong, Director of NRM Mobilization Rosemary Seninde, and the Treasurer Nekesa Oundo, were received by the Katukiro Joseph Muvawala.
Ideally, you should have asked us to come, but the fact that you have respected our culture and that you have come yourself and your team, we are so honored. For us in the kingdom, we know that culture is a very emotional, very, very emotional. And the culture evokes very high emotions. It is up to government and the parties now to tap into those emotions. What we present to you are very high emotions. What we expect of you, kindly tap into those emotions for the benefit of your party and also the benefit of our country. We thank you for loving Busoga and the good work your party has done in Busoga.
During the visit, they handed over a significant cash of 30 million to aid in preparations for the Busoga royal wedding. NRM Party Secretary General Richard Todong highlighted the importance of discipline and respect, plus accommodation of cultural differences.
We have come with some humble contribution as a party to contribute to the celebration, to wish His Majesty the best of happiness as he reigns over his people. We come to represent the party, and indeed we want to support the kingdom and continue to work with the kingdom. As the party, we in particular thank Busoga Kingdom for being accommodative to Ugandans.
The NRM Secretariat contribution shows the importance of unity and celebration of culture, underlining the importance of unity.
As NRM Secretariat, we have made a contribution of 30 million. Of course, we are contributing this towards the well-being and the good arrangement of the and good organization of the function. Of course, we want to thank the Katukiro of Busoga. We want to thank the entire organizing committee for the work well done in organizing this wedding, and we pray that God blesses this function and blesses the marriage.
The wedding is expected to be a magnificent celebration of love, tradition, and the rich heritage of Busoga Kingdom. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Deployment of female officers by the Uganda People's Defense Forces in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo operations is one of the assignments in conflict zones that deserve closer attention as they strive to win hearts and minds of the locals caught up in destitute situations of hopelessness. As Aruna Mutesasira analyzes the changing roles UPDF female military officers in uniform play in joint military offensives against the ADF rebels in the Eastern DRC Save for Fly combat aircraft operations, many of them serve in artillery units, serve as combat medics, and fill various other roles that involve potential combat exposure.
Spread by UPDF female combatants on the joint military offensive against the ADF rebels in Eastern DRC deserves closer attention. They assigned combat support roles at the front line under the command of Operation Suja Contingent Commander Major General Diko Loom. Many serves in artillery units, serve as combat medics, and also fill various other roles that involve potential combat exposure, like winning the hearts and minds of the locals caught up in the destitute situation of hopelessness.
Love what you do. Are we together? Penda chenye unafanya. Hii msituni mnazungumza hii hapa yote tumetembea, sisi tumekuwa Beni huko.
At the front line, women officers, their day begins like any other soldier early in the morning. They assemble for a parade, given instruction and deployment which varies according to their field. They are focused, obedient, committed, and enthusiastic while on duty. Their commanders treat them the same way like their male counterparts, delegated duties on daily basis in the thick jungles of Eastern DRC, which are stressful and dangerous.
If it is all about appreciation of your security, then it is also about enhancing the capability, the capacity of these girls to fight, to protect me. First of all, when they fight, they don't fight alone. I fight with them. And if anything happens eventually, it is all about them and myself. If it is death, then all of us go. So I still insist and believe these girls can do more than me.
General Diko Loom aims to reach the required target for women's officers' representation within the ranks of Mountain Division.
I take them for physicals, very, very drastic physical exercises. I move with them everywhere. They have to get used to that. I have rebuked them. I've removed from them that aspect of thinking they are ladies, they are girls. I want them to look like men. I want them to do those things that men do. Some of them understand. Some of them believe. Some of them still have that small weakness as being wanting to be favored. They'll tell lies to want to be favored. But that I keep off. I still insist that yes, I still want to be protected and given security by female soldiers.
The presence of female officers in the military is often seen as a potential threat to team cohesion and combat effectiveness. The history of women in the military extends over the years back throughout the vast numbers of culture and nations. Haruna Mutesasira, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Haruna, for that piece. We were thanking you so much for watching, and we're taking a very short break. On return, we'll look at business and sports. UBC News Tonight.
Neto Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Meteor Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Jovia ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agatazizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ag'ewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kkubo ku ki gy'osobola okukola omukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
In this family, we can't agree on anything. We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play. Mother. Ndoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Meteor Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Era tutukanga olw'omuntu nti nigasita ndala mukaaga 5 6 3 # onige yes
nga obakubuza
nga bamubuza merchant code nga tumukubata mu 7 olumalirizawo ng'atamwe sente dali kuwayo kumbaga ya mwenemu sawa yeneyo nga kyabazinga amwebaza nga tweyongere kai tujja mu kyalo ekindi
ekikoba embaga olunawa luti nga mwira
tulija kumala kai tweyongere emyezi mukaaga nga tukasomesa abantu momope
baba embaga ya mwenemu eriyo nga 18 kai emyezi omukaaga gyoli kwongeramu ojaji
awidi ne bya momope abantu yembite yona bandeta momo ono ne bibali kumpaka ne bya momope abidi tyama kupichipichi ojo bisomesa
muleke musoniwe tyamaja
baba tuka bulungi
simbule embalasi asumulude
momo nyabo
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put on drip.
Hey, Musao, can you reduce for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sow your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mood Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Business news tonight. Welcome back from the break. The Parliamentary Committee on Environment and Natural Resources has met the management of Mahati Infra Uganda, which operates Lake Victoria Logistics Limited, a shipping company that holds fuel on Lake Victoria from Kisumu in Kenya, to find out the encumbrances first on how best the company can be helped to bring down the skyrocketing fuel prices. The intervention follows a referral of the Petroleum Amendment Bill by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, to the Committee of Scrutiny.
Before Parliament was sent on recess a fortnight ago, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, had referred the Petroleum Amendment Bill 2023 for scrutiny to the respective Committee on Environment and Natural Resources. The Line Committee made its first interface today with the stakeholders of Mahati Infra Uganda that owns Lake Victoria Logistics Limited, a shipping company that holds fuel on Lake Victoria from Kisumu in Kenya.
We do consultation with the Mahati, which is also called Lake Victoria Logistics Limited, a company that is engaged in transportation of petroleum products from Kisumu through Lake Victoria.
Mahati will work with anybody who will provide or who will work towards ensuring that this facility is maximally and optimally utilized.
The chairperson of the committee, Dr. Emmanuel Otala, said the findings from Mahati Infra Uganda are encouraging given the barrels of oil they haul from Kisumu in Kenya via Lake Victoria using Kabaka Mutebi II shipping vessel on a daily basis.
I've so far built 2 barges that can carry, a barge is a ship that can carry 4.5 million liters of petroleum products from Kisumu through Lake Victoria.
However, the committee appealed to the stakeholders of the shipping company to focus on using all the ships they built on oil transportation to reduce traffic congestion on Jinja-Kampala Highway and related challenges like road accidents and wear and tear of the road.
This mode of transport, which is water transport, would go a long way in cutting down on congestion along our roads, but also there are problems with the road transport that it damages our roads.
Captain Mike Mukula, the chairperson of the board of directors of Mahadhi Infra Uganda, said they have transported oil more than 40 times, estimated to be 70 million litres, using this vessel from Kisumu via Lake Victoria to Entebbe.
This barge can carry up to 4.5 million litres, and in a month about 45 million litres. The second barge will be pushed into the lake very soon.
The fuel capacity of this vessel, according to experts, is 4 million litres per round of transportation, which can help to reduce on the fuel prices due to the cheap mode of transport used.
Oyagaliza famire yo obugagga n'obulamu obulungi yiga bw'oyinza okubifuna ng'okozesa science ne tekinologiya ng'oyita mu butonde. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius ekyuma kiwagala kyuma akuwandiikidde ekitabo ky'otasaanye kusubwa kusoma. Ekitabo kino akituumye Money Grows on Trees, sente zimera ku miti. Weefunire kopi ku siringi $200 gyokka ku kitebe kya Prof Bio Research ku Katorio Mall, ku matabi g'amatundiro g'ebitabo aga Aristoc Booklex, ku Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road ne ku mitimbagano ja Jumia Uganda, oba kuba 0703 M52 tukikutuuseeko wonna w'oli. Jjukira nti Money Grows on Trees, sente zimera ku miti.
The doctor says you are getting better. I have a list of suspects in my file here, but I need you to help me identify the thief who attacked you. This cat thief again.
Malaria is a thief. Don't let it rob you and your loved ones. Prevent it by sleeping under a mosquito net. Clear bushes and all stagnant water around you. If you notice any symptoms, go to a health center near you to test and treat, and ensure to complete your full dose to avoid severe malaria, which could lead to death.
Becoming an international student can seem like a very complicated process. You want to study in the US or Canada, but you're unsure about the application process, what to apply for, and the related costs and expenses. Here is the thing. The Illum Students Fair will take place on the 8th of November this year. So come to the Sheraton Hotel Kampala and you'll meet expert advisors from top US and Canadian universities. They'll help you make sense of your study dream. For more information, call 0702 628-446 or visit our website, asafevents.com.
Lagos.
That brings us to the end of all we had for you at this particular moment. We'll get back at 10 p.m. with another arrangement in another edition of News Tonight. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakun and the whole team. Let's catch you then. Enjoy the evening.
The Right Honourable First Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Affairs, Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, and the entire family of Dr. David Kantale Kazungu of Kabuche, Kamuli District, regret to announce the untimely death of a senior citizen, Dr. David Kantale Kazungu, which occurred on the 5th of November 2023 at Mulago Hospital. Informed are His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, the Vice President of Uganda, the Speaker of Parliament, the Chief Justice of Uganda, the Right Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Ministers and Members of Parliament, Ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, all Bishops of Busoga Dioceses, the Katukiro of Busoga, all RDCs, LC5 chairpersons, and all local government leaders of Busoga, in-laws, relatives and friends of the Kazungu family. The late Dr. David Kantale Kazungu served Uganda in different capacities: as a member of the National Consultative Council, as a member of Parliament for Kamuli Central Constituency. He was a Minister of Rehabilitation. He was an ambassador of Uganda to France, Spain and Greece. He was a PTA chairman, Busoga College Mwiri. He was a Minister of Finance in the Chawazenga government, among other capacities. On Monday, the 6th of November 2023, there will be vigil at Lana's home Namugongo at 5 p.m. and Wax's home Chisasi Kulambiro at 8 p.m. A church service will be held at St. Andrew's Church, Bokoto at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, the 7th of November 2023. Another church service will be at All Saints Cathedral, Bugembe, Jinja at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, the 8th of November, and vigil at the deceased's home in Kabuche, Kamuli District, plus a special sitting for the Kamuli District Local Government and eulogy ceremony on Thursday, the 9th of November 2023. Then on Friday, the 10th of November 2023, there will be a church service at All Saints Church, Busota, Kamuli District at 11 a.m. and burial at 2 p.m. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Inspiring Uganda.